Yakuza 5. Oh boy. This was the longest, most ambitious Yakuza game to date. Or at least the most ambitious and big Yakuza game that I've played. And this was the biggest and most longest walkthrough we've ever done on this channel. And probably will do in the future. But we'll see. Okay. So, for a long time now, I've been, well, long time, almost a year, maybe over a little bit over a year, I've been a massive Yakuza fan. Yakuza has become my favorite gaming franchise of all time, among God of War, among Uncharted, among Final Fantasy, and slightly above, I would say. In my opinion, of course. You may disagree, and that's completely fine. So, as a massive hardcore Yakuza fan, I have posted every single video I have of Yakuza 5 on this channel. Yakuza, whatever. Just don't fight me on the pronunciation. So what do I think of the most ambitious big Yakuza game? This was, in my opinion, one of the greatest games of all time. Most certainly the best Yakuza game I've ever played, and yeah, one of the true masterpieces of the gaming industry. I fully realize that I will piss a lot of people off with my opinion about this game, because this is a very, how can I say, divisive game among the Yakuza community, to say lightly. Some people may think like me. This is a complete and amazing masterpiece, absolute, undeniable gem of a game. And there are people who are, putting it alongside Yakuza 3 as the worst one in the series. May they say the story is too complicated. There's way too many characters. The main villain is shit. The plot twists don't make sense. Everything is just falling apart at the seams. Of course, I disagree, but, everybody must have an opinion. Must. I'm saying must because I'm a massive protector for opinions. I may disagree with it, but I protect it, and I respect it. So, with that said, I really think Yakuza 5 is the best Yakuza game, and truly one of the greatest games of all time. This was an example of how ambition pays off, how these grand ideas actually work in the best ways possible, at least for me, of course. So, look, making a sequel that is technically the 5th game in the franchise, as per the title, it's not an easy job. Making a franchise is not an easy job. And as I said, the best franchise is Yakuza, so RGG did an amazing job of making it still fresh, still mysterious, still interesting, still engrossing, just like the other games, even more so in this one. So, step 1, make it better than the last. Is it better? Is Yakuza 5 better than Yakuza 4? It's unfair even to compare. Yakuza 4, for all intents and purposes, was a very good game. I gave it a 9 out of 10 in my review. It was like 2 months ago. I don't remember quite well, but yeah, somewhere in that ballpark. I played it again with a friend of mine because he hasn't played Yakuza and he's not really a gamer. He just likes the stories, and I just wanted to, play it while he watches it like a TV show. Long story short, I revisited it, and I think I should drop my score onto an 8. I do think Yakuza 4 is a very good game. It is an ambitious game also, but how can I say? Yakuza 4 lacked patience, in my opinion. Lacked impact, and lacked climactic moments, because it felt a bit rushed. It tried to tie in so many loose ends all at once. It didn't take its time. Well, Yakuza 5 sure did take its time. I spent 100 and 45 hours. 145 hours and 45 minutes, I think, to be precise. Somewhere in that ballpark. But yeah, nearly 150 hours. Yes, a lot of patience indeed. Did the patience pay off? Well, of course, if I'm praising it that much, they did. So, for any of you who doesn't know, Yakuza 5 is basically the story of five main characters. You have Kiryu, you have Saejima, you have Akiyama, you have, for the first time, and oh boy was that controversial and a massive risk. For the first time, playing as Haruka. Yes, Haruka. This game took a lot of risks at the time, and even now, people who are playing it for the first time are like, what the fuck? How did that happen? Whoa, that's some risky shit, bro. Well, it's safe to say RGG Studio had a lot of balls and still do, but even more so back in 2012 when the game released initially. So, yeah. Let me start with Curious part, which is the first one. This was not by far, but the best Kiryu part in any Yakuza game. I think it's on par with Yakuza Zero's part with Kiryu, which is the second best, I think. Yeah, Kiryu's part was amazing. You just see him as a normal taxi driver. The cinematography in this game, mind you, is a massive improvement over four. The shots are very cinematically filmed, even more so than most TV shows nowadays, even movies. It really feels professional and high budget. And as I said, ambitious. The game really starts off simple and slow. I really like that because Yakuza 4 did not start slow. It started big dig upfront, so many new characters all at once. It's like saying, okay, we have all of this plots, we're gonna force it down your throat as fast as we can, and we've done our job. Hope you liked it. Well, I had a bit of problem with that. Not in Yakuza 5. The story takes its time and explains it carefully, thoroughly, and awesomely. The curious part was essentially a Clint Eastwood movie, basically. Like, he's like a wanderer. He's basically just trying to live a different life than the life he used to live all these years. He's just trying to make Haruka happy by staying away from her, which is obviously, as he realizes throughout the game, the wrong choice. But he still thinks that he did the right choice and he's sacrificing his happiness for her life, for her success as an idol. Yeah, as an idol. Well, we'll get to that later, but yeah, Curious Part was amazing and it introduced the most badass, amazing, awesome moment in the whole franchise when Kiryu took on the 100-man Tojo army. This was, no matter how many times I see it on YouTube or playing it myself, truly amazing. From the beginning to end. He himself just saying, oh, if I take you on, that won't count as a battle between two Yakuza factions. It'll be just a battle between a civilian defending himself from a massive Yakuza clan. And obviously, he did it. He wiped the floor with a hundred man army, bro. The first reaction when I saw that, I was saying, 100, you should have brought up 10,000 at least. Nope, I knew Kiro would be absolutely dominating them, and he did. He made it look easy. And of course, it's a game that wouldn't happen in real life. Or would it? Who knows? Maybe I could try that one time. We can have fun. Yeah. No. Anyway, so after the game ends on a cliffhanger with so many stuff, which I'll not spoil to you, we switch to Saejima, and Saejima's again in prison. And Abashiri this time. And there's like so many great characters introduced there, so many interesting moments, epic ones too. And there's like a hunting minigame with Saejima, and you go through the woods and hunt deer, and most importantly, bears. Yeah, bears. Massive one. too. But yeah, and then you get switched to Haruka and you all these dance battles, and now I'm starting to talk about Haruka's part, which is the shortest and the most controversial and the most divisive of the whole fan base. They didn't most people didn't like the dancing mini games. Most people didn't like Haruka's gameplay or Haruka's story overall. I disagree. I think Mirai Park was one of the greatest Yakuza characters, the most well written Yakuza female character I've ever seen. She was amazing, and she was introduced in Haruka's part indeed. Haruka's minigames were fun. I sometimes got sick of how many street punks are trying to gangbang me in the middle of the street playing as all of the other male characters. No. And with Haruka, you just pick, you just choose if you want to have not fist fights, but dance battles. It's just optional. It's optional. And it's fun. I did all of them. But then again, I see why some people may have a problem with it. If you're a sexist, that is, which is, let's face it. If you're a sexist, you have a much bigger problem than not enjoying this game, my friend. You have a lot of things to be fixed. But that's another subject that I will not get into ever. Anyway. And of course, Akiyama. He's back also, and he's awesome. So all these five characters, Ao and Shina, and of course, the most unnecessary and unimportant character to the whole plot, Shinada. Which and he's one of the best characters in any Yakuza game, to boot. So all of these five characters, some have a bigger purpose than others, especially Shinada's. That he had nothing on the story, but all of them are just amazing. They just add up to each other, and the finale that I just posted yesterday, which everything just comes around perfectly. That was the perfect Yakuza ending, in my opinion. Just saying, guys. So all that said, the story, 10 out of 10. Gameplay, I still think Yakuza 5 has the best gameplay in the series. I do. You don't need 5 or 15 different extra fighting styles for a character because you have 4 fighting characters. With, because Haruka cannot kick or fight, even though she is the daughter of the Dragon of Dachima. But yeah, 4 fighting characters with different moves, styles, heat actions. What more could you want? It just gives you everything you need. This game is just pure perfection. All the risks it took them knowingly how to exercise them and, come to fruition in the best way possible. And it did. Amazing ending. Amazing music. Let me talk about the music in this game. The music, every moment felt important. Every single scene had its cinematic moment because of the music in this game. Music, 10 out of 10. Gameplay, 10 out of 10. Story, 10 out of 10. I cannot think of a single flaw in this game. Okay, maybe one. Maybe one, okay? Hear me out. So there's a part in Saijima's chapter where he talks with his prison inmates, and one of them feels homesick about his town, Tsukumino, and he wants to relive his past memories with the crew, with the other prison inmates. So he does that twice. And let me tell you, it was a bit of a pain in the ass, a bit like filler. Every other moment in this game felt important, meaningful, and crucial to the story, apart from these fucking, how do you call it, dream sequence? Oh my god, it was bad. So yeah, that is the only flaw I can think of Yakuza 5. This game comes so, 99.9999% perfection. And this fucking little dream sequence ruined that perfection, but still. For all intents and purposes, Yakuza 5, for me, is a masterpiece. The best Yakuza game I've ever played. I highly doubt 6 will be better, but we'll be playing 6 soon. In a couple of days, maybe? Yeah, in a couple of days we'll play 6. We'll start 6. and like a dragon, and we'll play Judgment. That is the roadmap for the RGG adventure, and it's not over yet, boys. It's not over yet. So if anybody's interested, come watch my videos. If I'm still alive, I'll post them. If I somehow die, it won't be it won't be a massive loss. And yeah, why did I say this? I don't know. Well, I do know, but I'm not gonna tell you. Anyway, this video is already going too long, and I'm just trying to pad out the length. My final rating, as expected, for Yakuza 5 is a badass, incredible, masterful 10, 10, 10, 10 out of 10. That's all I can say. It's an amazing experience that I recommend everybody to try. If anybody's wondering and seeing my playthrough of Yakuza 5, if you're wondering, no, you should not play this game as the first in the series. No. It hits much more, it's more impactful when you play it. It's more impactful playing the other games first. That's all I'm saying. But when you reach it, you won't be sorry you've played the others. So yeah, Yakuza 6 up next. Wow, what a fucking game. What a fucking game. Yakuza 5 was amazing. The dream message that always follow your dreams. Don't ever stop pursuing them. And if you do fail at your dreams, you always must fight for the people you love. They have dreams too. Fight for them if you don't have one. And it basically sends wonderful messages and meaningful ones to boot, unlike many other games on the market. You won't find this in Fortnite. You won't find this in PUBG. You won't find this in League of Legends. You won't find this in any MMORPG. Yakuza is special. Yakuza will always be special. And I highly recommend you try it. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm going to keep saying that in any opportunity I get. Play Yakuza. Enjoy Yakuza. And yeah, improve your life a little bit. It sure improved a little bit. It sure improved a little bit of mine. So, that's basically my review, or thoughts, or whatever you want to call it, of Yakuza 5. Well, thank you for watching, and I will see you very soon on Tales of Arise, which is also amazing, and Yakuza 6, that will be coming very soon to this channel. We're going strong. We're close to 300 subscribers for some reason. And yeah, no matter how long I live, no matter when my life ends, I'll always keep this channel alive. I'll always post videos here. No matter how long it takes, I want to make this channel as special as it can be. And that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for watching. I know I don't have many flashy edits, but I speak from the soul. I do have one. For now. So yeah. Stay safe, love you all. Catch you on the flip side. See you.